the final stage, guys. Today's route is hilly and a leg breaker. Perfect for attacking, which should suit the punchers. We're in a good position to win the general classification, but we can still lose everything. Be on your guard. The team members of the favorites will probably manage the time gaps in order to fight.
Hello and welcome to all. With classified climbs lying at regular intervals along the route, today's roads will offer little comfort to the riders.
Okay, but give me time to move up a bit. I'm not well placed.
The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standing. We can let them go. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack. It is not always a good idea to be too many in a breakaway, as the others will not necessarily want to cooperate with us. The peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
The next climb is classified as 4th category. That means 1 point. And for the first rider to the top.
Watch out for him. He's the best puncher in the breakaway.
Allez les gars, courage!
Grandissima vittoria!
Allez les gars, courage!
He doesn't intend to let you go. There are too many of you. Attack if you want a chance to get away. The peloton doesn't seem to be reacting. I think it may go all the way.
It's a 3rd category climb that now waits the riders. Points will be awarded to the first rider to the top.
On continue. Allez, courage les gars. Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Lâchez-le.
Allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va. Allez, tu peux y arriver.
Allez les gars,
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars,
It's looking good. You've got more than a minute's lead on the peloton. Riders are already being dropped at the back of the peloton. It won't be a great day for them.
allez les gars, courage.
On lâche rien. Allez, vas-y, continue, continue. Allez,
The peloton is starting to ride behind you. It looks like he doesn't want yet another rider at the head of the race. You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
allez, allez.
You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up. The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Comm.
The difficulties are ever increasing today. Now it's a second category climb that stands before the riders. The 4.5-kilometre Bocca al Bicchino with an average slope of 7%.
Allez, go, go, go. Allez, on y va. Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
Allez, 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 allez. Bravo.
Here's the positions over the last climb. It's the polka dot jersey who took the last climb. He's widening the gap in the climber standings. It doesn't seem to be a good day for him. He's being distanced. Watch out! You'll soon have no more energy for an attack.
The gap between the peloton and the escapees is stable.
Plus vite. Oui, on est avec toi.
Your breakaway companions look like they want to up the pace. You still have 2 kilometers before you reach the summit.
Allez, allez les gars. Lâchez-le, allez.
Allez les gars.
Lâche rien. Oh les gars. On continue comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage.
Lâche rien.
Courage les gars.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, on continue
Continuez
comme ça.
comme ça. Continuez comme ça. Allez, on lâche rien. Continue comme ça. Allez.
Allez, vas-y, fonce. Allez, vas-y, on est avec toi.
Allez, on lâche rien.
Bravo.
Plus vite. Plus vite.
Hop, allez.
Up the pace, guys, to prepare for the intermediate sprint.
Allez, plus vite.
The race is now entering the feed zone.
The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standing.
Courage, on continue. Continue comme ça. Continue.
Plus vite.
Continue comme ça. Continue comme ça.
Allez, plus vite. Allez.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them. The front of the race is 10 kilometers from the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça. Allez.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio.
Continuez comme ça.
The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
Allez les gars.
Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out.
Peloton is riding hard. Stay well placed.
Last time check with the breakaway. 1 minute.
You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings.
The riders are now beginning the ascent of the Col de Bassini, close to 12 kilometers of climbing that should whittle down the peloton and reduce the number of contenders for stage victory.
Bravo. Forza, continuate.
Bravo les gars.
Allez, courage les gars, allez plus vite.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars, courage.
Continue.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Courage. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Allez les gars.
Allez, lâchez rien, allez.
Comme ça. Allez.
The breakaway is unlikely to go all the way, guys. Watch out for counter moves.
Allez les gars, continuez là, plus vite, plus vite.
Continue.
Allez les gars. Continue comme ça. Continue.
Allez les gars, courage.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio!
The breakaway threatens the overall standings. He's decided to get his guys to put their foot down. He's been dropped. The stage is too much for him. A teammate has just been dropped. You can't count on him any longer. Our sprinter isn't looking good. He's being left behind.
There will be 10 mountain jersey points for the riders first over the top.
Forza ragazzi, coraggio! Allez les gars, allez, go, go, go! Allez, on y va!
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars!
Continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça. Allez les gars.
Allez, allez, allez les gars!
The gap is growing. Don't worry. They're not well placed in the overall standings.
Last time checked with a breakaway, 1 minute.
Okay, I'll consume a feed.
Courage, on continue!
We'll have to keep something in reserve if we want to get away in the final kilometers.
The peloton is 2 kilometers from the top of the climb. We'll have to do our utmost to score points if we don't want to fall behind on the climber standings. You've got to react straight away, guys. He's taken provisional lead of the overall standings.
Watch out, he's going on the attack. He's trying to get out of the peloton, watch out. Breakaway over.
His He's got his teammates riding because in front there's a rider who's dangerous to him in the overall standings. You're over-revving. Reduce the tempo or you'll pay the price.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
Continuez comme ça.
Allez les gars, courage.
Continuez comme ça. Continuez comme ça.
Lâchez rien, allez.
Okay, I'll consume a speed. The breakaway will, no doubt, go all the way, lads. But watch out for attacks in the closing kilometers.
We're now at the foot of the final climb of the day, the Côte de Lévis. With its 7-kilometre slope, it's ideal terrain for the climbers, but also for some punchers who could let their explosiveness do the talking not far from the line.
Non mollare, continua così. Non mollare.
Dai, forza.
Allez.
Plus vite.
He's moving on to the attack. This last climb is classified as second category. Therefore, the stage winner will score 5 points in the polka dot jersey classification. He's trying to get out of the peloton. Watch out. Watch out, he's going on the attack. Counter-attack at the front of the peloton. Attack at the head of the peloton. It isn't the moment to stare at each other.
Bravo les gars, c'est bien.
Allez, plus vite.
Less than 2 kilometers from the finish.
Hop, 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 allez, allez, allez.
final kilometre for the man at the front.
Allez, plus vite, plus vite. Allez, plus vite.
Okay, I'll wait for him.
Allez les gars, courage!
You almost look out of strength. Look after yourself if you want to avoid a blow-up.
Avoiding all the pitfalls to win today. Here is today's stage winner. Congratulations to him. He managed to maneuver perfectly. We can say that he is he will.
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage today. Finishing in the top 5, even though the stage didn't suit us, is extremely satisfying. We finish with the green jersey. It's great. You managed the sprints really well. Well done to all of you. Hi guys, welcome to the briefing for this first stage. The main thing to grasp today
Hello and welcome to all. Today's stage is conducive to a mass sprint finish. There are no difficulties and the roads are wide and straight. The sprinters' teams will no doubt do everything to maintain control of the scenario. The profile doesn't promise a thrilling race. Outside the 2 intermediate sprints and a 4th category climb, it will be an easy day for the peloton.
Okay, I'll follow any attack.
The peloton is caught up. One and a half minutes for the breakaway. It might just work. The time gap with the head of the race is stable.
The breakaway is upping the tempo at the head of the race. It doesn't intend to be caught up that easily. The head of the race is 3 kilometers from the intermediate sprint. Here's the winner of the intermediate sprint.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer. Well, on flat stages, that's not where you see the most drama. You can accelerate forward if you think that nothing important will happen.
The second intermediate sprint is approaching. The winner will pocket 20 points in the green jersey classification.
I'll put in a big acceleration. The first riders are 2 kilometers from the climb.
The breakaway is losing ground.
Okay, I'll put in a big acceleration. The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win. The riders up front still have something left. They're upping the pace to try to hold out till the end.
Last time check with the breakaway, 1 minute. Looks like the breakaway still has some gas left. It's still able to widen the gap.
The gap is decreasing, guys. The peloton should be there for the stage win.
"15 kilometers from the finish. Even though the breakaway is holding out, the fate of this stage should be sealed in a mass sprint.
Allez les gars, on continue comme ça.
Okay, I'll consume a speed. 10 kilometers from the finish for the leaders. It's going to be complicated.
Allez les gars. Bravo les gars.
Only 5 kilometers left for the lead riders. The peloton is on their heels. They mustn't let up if they want to pull off an exploit.
5 kilometers for the breakaway. It'll be tight for the stage victory.
Allez les gars, courage.
Allez les gars,
Bunched peloton. The red pennant. And the sprint is on.
Last kilometer. You've got to sprint.
Bravo les gars.
Watch out. You're not going to be able to attack for much longer.
Gentlemen, applaud him loudly. Here is today's stage winner. He's a Pete. He will climb onto the podium to receive his
Well done, lads. You rode a very good stage. Finishing in the top 10, even though the stage didn't suit us, is very satisfying. We got off to a...
Demat Dun Hall. For this 100% Breton stage, the teams of the favourites should grab the race by its horns up to the foot of the Mur de Bretagne climb. The leaders can then fight it out among themselves for the stage win. There are no major difficulties today, apart from the finish at Mur de Bretagne, a 2-kilometre climb with sections at over 10%.
The lead group is too large to work well together. It may explode into several pieces. The breakaway riders are increasing the gap. They are not dangerous for the overall standings. We can let them go. Guys, don't forget to protect our leader. Communication is important. That's why we have Team Com. The gap is widening. No need to panic, guys. There's nobody dangerous for the overall standings.
The breakaway is losing its lead. It's going to be difficult for them.
King of the Mountain sprint in 2 kilometers for the breakaway group.
The feed zone is nearing for the men at the front. The head of the race has 1.5 minutes lead on the peloton.
The end of the stage is not far off. Stay awake. It will soon start to move in the